I can't imagine not being able to create art. I can't imagine a life of never touching paint or feeling it or immersing yourself in it. Most of the people that come to us, they've had such limited use of paint because of the limited use of their hands. And most of them, the only thing they've ever done is hand over hand. All you are is their paintbrush, and they're directing you by their motions, their eye movements. It's an inspiration.
I was babysitting at a daughter's house one night, and I'd forgotten to bring my book. So I was looking around her house, and I found a Reader's Digest. And I said, this is pretty strange. My daughter doesn't read Reader's Digest. And the next thing I know, I'm reading, it was interesting. I was reading a story about this man, Tim LaFanes, who's an artist, was losing his vision and wound up working with a group of young people with cerebral palsy at a school in New Jersey. I brought the article in, showed it to our art teacher at the time. His name was Brian Banks, and Brian got really excited. Got into on the internet and researched what this guy was doing. We went out to Radio Shack, bought a little laser pen light that fit on somebody's headband, and he started working with people, mostly people here with cerebral palsy, and then later people with muscular dystrophy and traumatic brain injuries.
Brian said, you know, I'm just learning this technique and we're gonna try it on Saturday. Would you like to come in and see what it's all about? And it's like, wow, it sounds really amazing. Yeah. And basically what they were using is the heavy, I don't know if you've seen the heavy metal headgear. It's all we had available at the time, and very clunky laser on top of it, you know, strapped to it and the whole bit. And they were using that with house paint on just flat canvas on a wall. And they had a couple students that very limited mobility.
Many people with cerebral palsy, when they first see this type of work, they just think they can't do it. It's something they never thought about doing, because I think when people are born with a disability, they accept what they can do. You know, they don't focus on what they can't do. It's more people with acquired disabilities that are always thinking, you know, I can't do this anymore. Like, you know, my knees don't work the same way they used to years ago. I can't dance the same way I used to.
I had one young man tell me that he never thought he would be able to paint again. He had muscular dystrophy, and he painted and drew when he was younger. And he said, I never thought I could paint again. And he said, and I can. And he, through the process, learned it to the point, he said he didn't know where I started and he left off. He said there was no difference. We worked together, and that's what a tracker should do. I mean, it should be flawless. I think the program is amazing where it stands now. There's so much more. There's so much more. We need more space. We need more trackers. We have computer things in line. If we could find a good engineer who would work with us and set it up so that we could put graphs down for the students to work off and then save it within the computer, devise a better headgear.
If we can get people excited and interested in learning how to track, learning how to volunteer here, learning how to help somebody be their hands, really partner with them and be their hands.
More time. I would like to see the students that do L.A.T. working every single day at least an hour or two. And some of them, are capable of doing much longer than that and want to. It's just logistics.